Well, hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your yearly reading for 2025. I can't believe we're here already, but here we are. It's going to be a wild and wonderful, chaotic, and downright weird kind of year, okay? But it's definitely one we're going to remember for quite some time. Now, before I even start your reading, I'm being given an image. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, and I'm seeing loads of horses galloping, but leading all these galloping horses as a person on a horse, and it looks like they've got a really long kind of like staff or something with a flag, you know, and on that flag there's like a, I mean, it looks like a Maltese cross, if I'm honest. I'm not really sure if that's what it is, but that's what it looks like. So it could mean that either you're going to have links to Malta this year, maybe you've just booked a vacation there, or maybe you're going to, I'm not really sure, but that's what I'm seeing. It's almost like you leading the troops perhaps, or maybe you're on a crusade. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's about a mission that you intend to accomplish, and actually you're going to forge your way ahead, and that you are unstoppable, and there's a lot of power and a lot of support behind you as well. So perhaps that's what it means. I mean, the galloping horse, moving forward, improvements, movements, but maybe it's like Team Sagittarius flying the flag for you and moving forward in all your endeavors. So I'm going to leave that there because it was very precise. It's nice to see an image before I even start, but there we are. Now, of course, I'm going to get one card from this deck for each of the months, and then I will clarify what's happening for you month by month, and I'll let you know what's going on in terms of the energy that's accessible to you for the year ahead, but also, you know, what's going on globally. Please fast forward that part if you don't want to hear it. But it's basically something I'll say as a time filler while I shuffle all the cards, because it takes a long time, okay? But this year, it is going to be one of the biggest years of our lives to date. We can all, of course, feel globally that it will be a bumpy road ahead, but there are many incredible opportunities available to you personally, and it really does have so much potential, 2025. You know, Venus moved into the sign of Pisces at the very beginning of January, encouraging you to walk boldly into 2025 with an open heart, to romance your life more, add more creative flair in all your endeavors, and aspire to the finer things in life too, to follow your heart and fill it with joy. It's a perfect time to meet your soulmate if you're searching, or even deepen your current connection with the relationship that you're already in. But when Mars goes direct from late February, it's an all-out invitation to set your soul ablaze with wild spontaneity and adventure, whilst hitting your personal targets along the way. This is a year about feeling fulfilled, you know, doing what is right for your very core, okay? Now, 2025, it will also be a bit of an intense year for many reasons. It's a 9-year in numerology, which is the end of cycles. It demands radical change. A new chapter requires a new version of you, and that's exactly your approach to many things this year. Karmic cycles are coming to an end. Also, a lot of major planets are hanging out in the sign of Pisces or Aries this year. I almost want to call it a clash of fire and water. Things will be heating up. Whether you've been good or bad, expect karma to come knocking on your door. And 2025, you know, it's all about your personal journey. It's about discipline. It's about self-mastery. And of course, it's about reprogramming to move away from the past or from old hurts, generational toxicity or wounding, so that you can be set free and reignite that spark, that lust for life. Jupiter also plays a significant role here too. It wants to reward you for all your hard work, and it will be a fair exchange based on your karmic debt. Now this energy, it plays an important role for you on a personal level. Anything that you are passionately creating will leave a legacy, and all you dedicate yourself to dials up the level of success. So whether that's career, whether it's money, whether it's a personal endeavor, whether it's a diet, exercise routine, this is the year to really sustain and maintain it and be successful and see the results of your hard work. However, 2025, it is the precipice of change, especially on a global scale, and with Saturn and Neptune close to 0 degrees in Aries, which has never happened in recorded history. It really is a new era that is birthing something radical. Now, you may see drastic changes in infrastructure or in industries that you work in or rely on. We'll see a lot of CEOs or figureheads of governing institutions or bodies stepping down this year. It's just a change of face. However, the old guard still remains in charge, if you know what I mean. But for now, let's put it that way. Saturn and Neptune, of course, they have been conjunct before, but never at 0 degrees Aries, which will be exact as we move into 2026. Now, this is a pretty big deal. This conjunction has collapsed empires in the past, but at 0 degrees Aries, this is new. So this could be a fiery clash to topple old structures, rules, regulations, establishments, or traditional ways of doing things that are just not working anymore. Suddenly and radically change. For example, a most notable Saturn-Neptune conjunction saw the Berlin Wall fall. So you can Google, what other empires or their legacies collapsed during this type of conjunction, which may indicate what we might have in store on a global scale in the year ahead. Now, on a personal level, this is actually a really positive energy. This energy helps you to challenge yourself, to try new approaches, or even new technology, make new money, or revamp your life in some way. This is the year of the wood snake as well in Chinese astrology, which overall is very auspicious. There's a lot of good luck in that kind of energy. But do remember that, of course, snakes can be charmed. And Pluto works extra hard to help you increase your intuition and see beyond motives of whoever is playing the pipe, or indeed whoever is paying the piper. This is a very intense year, let's put it that way, because, the world is shedding its metaphorical skin. Things are shifting, especially in terms of physical landscapes. So personally, you may be on a quest for newness this year. Maybe that's what the horses, running was all about there. But the Earth itself is also shifting, and we'll see more seismic activity, even in areas not prone to it. Large volcanic activity will increase, as well as potential for water-related events. And areas I'm drawn to in particular are the Pacific Plate, specifically an underwater volcano that's drawing my attention clearly, and of course the Nevado del Ruiz and St. Helens. And a hotspot area will of course be along the Ring of Fire and the African Plate. Now this part is an obvious part because they tend to get a lot of activity. Turkey, let me just put my teeth back in my mouth. Turkey and Indonesia, they will see more activity as well there. I want you to be aware of that, but it's something that they see a lot of anyway, so it is a bit of an obvious thing. And also, we will see a gradual increase in solar flares affecting power grids until we reach solar maximum, which will occur in July. So keep a torch at hand. Could be some power outages this year, but this too shall pass. Nothing to worry about. And I wish I could tell you that this crazy weather will calm down, but unfortunately, it will only increase. And we may even see a Category 6 added to the hurricane system. I hope I'm wrong on that. I really want to be wrong there, but it's something I see for the future. And tangible assets, financial structures will also be revolutionized. Economically, we will see a challenging year ahead globally, but in order to come out the other side in a positive way, we must go through. So there is a change there in order to bring more positivity. It's a year of sustainability and self-sufficiency. And of course, 2025, it will reveal revolutionary advancements in technology across the board, but especially in healthcare, which will be super positive indeed. Now, also, just when you thought you couldn't be shocked any further, Neptune and Pluto gang up on well-known figures in the public eye to expose those who are up to no good on our dime. Okay, so we're going to see a lot of exposés this year. It'll continue. It's a running theme for 2025. And this year is all about removing the layers to see below the surface, both globally but also personally. And ultimately, it's about purifying, detoxifying, getting back on track and being successful in all that you dedicate yourself to. It's about transforming your life for the positive, to live life on an optimum level. And that's what I see a lot of your energy is all about this year. Now, of course, there are some challenging energies energies, but, you know, this year is all about overcoming and moving into a new cycle. And of course, on a deeper note, as we close the year, we'll notice that the North Node has forced us to look at what we've been accepting. And, you know, especially if it's less than we truly deserve. Anything that's caused you pain, sadness, hardship, whether it's a relationship, friendship, environment, or even a lifestyle choice, it's a year to face it head on with a smile in your heart. You're fully understanding what needs to change or what you need to walk away from. And in that very moment of empowerment, you realize what you are truly capable of, and you transform and transcend to live the life that you desire without limitations, and of course aspire to living your best life. So let's get deeper into your energy. Your first card there is solitariness. So it's the desert. Okay, so maybe in January you're thinking a little bit more about quiet time. Don't get me wrong, you're focused on, you know, your tasks, your responsibilities, but this is about withdrawing into self in order to really structure your year ahead. So doing a lot of deep thinking, soul searching. Okay, as you can see, this figure is really enjoying an independent time alone. So I feel there is a quest for independence this year as well on so many different levels. Now, it is number 13, so that indicates the precipice of change for you. So some of you are actually trying to change your landscapes. I feel there is an energy here where you could move. You know, there's an energy, especially in the middle of the year, where you are really searching for where you feel like is home. So it could be that you purchase property or real estate, or maybe this is something that you're looking into. For some of you, it could be a business venture that you're thinking about launching or, you know, connecting to that brings in passive income, because, you know, there's a lot of earthy energy in your reading, which means you're focused a lot on your money at this time as well. But solitariness indicates when you, you know, take some quiet time, wisdom comes in silence. So I feel a lot of you are strategizing, you're getting organized, you're being decisive about what it is that you want. And for some of you, it could be that you want a soulmate, because we have some parakeets there, which can indicate that you're searching for, you know, a person who is your equal. So I will tap in and see where there is love coming your way if you are single right now. But this card, it basically indicates that there is a difference between being alone and being solitary or feeling lonely. And, you know, this is about you honoring your own time and enjoying time alone. You know, kicking back with a good book, for example. Don't get me wrong, I feel like you are going to be busy, but the pace that you actually exude in January feels like it's a more peaceful one. The energy has shifted. I feel you are going to get a little bit more busy in February, or at the end of January into February is what I feel there. But this is about being really positive. This figure is sitting on a swing. So I feel like you are promising yourself to be more open-hearted, to be really positive for what's to come for the year ahead. I feel like you are more hopeful, and I feel you want to, you know, enjoy yourself a little bit more, connect to more spontaneity, more fun things. And a lot of you are trying to reconnect to that inner child, you know, to find the magic in the world again, reignite your spark. Okay, now, you know, the desert card, it can indicate that, you know, you feel that it's been a challenging environment. You may have gone under a lot of pressure recently, or you feel that, you know, things have been difficult, but I want you to be aware you are not alone. It's very important to recognize there that when you sit with self, you're going to feel the presence of someone who is in spirit, who sits with you. There's two sets of footprints in this card. So it indicates that you're never really truly alone, because your guides are with you. You're protected and directed. But this card, it indicates, you know, when you sit in silence, you can hear your heart a little bit more. I feel this is about you really, you know, utilizing your resources. Some of you, it could be that you are kind of like, especially in January, there's an energy here of kind of like maybe looking at your finances and trying to recoup any excess spending from the season before. So it can be that, you know, you are plot pointing things that you want to do later on in the year, but January, it feels like, you know, a quieter time, let's put it that way. You're purifying, you're detoxifying your environment, you're building a sanctuary. Some of you, you know, this is about removing yourself from things. You know, perhaps there's a detoxifying month for you here. It could be that you're doing like dry January, because it is a desert, you know, dry, arid land. It can be that, you know, you are giving something up there, but also it can be that you see that life is shifting in ways and you are being flexible. You're open to change there. I mean, I do see a lot of you looking more at the home space during this time, making sure you declutter. You know, there's a nice, open, vast energy there. So I feel like you're creating space for yourself, creating space for your emotions. And I feel like you're focused on, you know, enjoying yourself this year. I feel you're very goal oriented, especially when we get to, you know, March there. There's some really intense opportunities there for you that you will celebrate. I feel like you are going to be very productive, but January could be where you're ruminating on the strategy or the plan or what it is you want to hit as a milestone this year as well. So we've got the High Priestess, yeah, connecting to your higher self, your inner wisdom. This is a card where you may feel a little bit in between worlds. And what I mean by that is you're kind of wondering how 2025 is going to be different from 2024 because you're aware that time, of course, is a man-made construct. So you may be thinking that some of the energies are blending into 2025 and you're like, well, how's it going to be different? But I feel like you are different and that is the change in itself. And I feel that, you know, this is about new knowledge. So some of you could be booking courses, whether that's online or in person. You know, a lot of you could be booking courses online. You may do something on your own there, okay? But it could be a little bit more community-based courses a little bit later on in the year. So it could be that you're searching the internet, for example, for experiences in your neighborhood, whether these are spiritual retreats or spiritual classes. Maybe some of you are connecting to mindfulness, have downloaded an app, for example, or maybe you are actually looking at mindfulness in a group, maybe meditation, yoga, Pilates, or something that honors your quiet time. I mean, this is to withdraw. The High Priestess is a card of having faith, but to withdraw into self in order to really connect to the knowledge that is within. Okay. Now, also, some of you, the January month can be like, you're a little bit cautious. You're moving into 2025 and, you know, there's already a lot of crazy things going on in the world. And some of you are a little bit cautious going, oh my gosh, what's next? What's next on the 2025 bingo card when already there are so many things going on in the world that you feel the world is kind of like turned upside down. But I feel a lot of you are trying to remove yourself from that sense of drama or that sense of chaos because I feel, you know, you want to honor your inner peace here. And I feel you are sort of withdrawing from any clickbait or anything that distracts you from your goals. Don't get me wrong, I feel like you're doing your bit to help the world as much as possible, but also I feel like you are protecting your inner peace at this time and you really want to withdraw into self. You know, this is a period of analysis. It's also, you know, you kind of like seeing your future, visualizing what it is that you want and then watching it blossom. You know, your thoughts are becoming things. So I definitely see that this is a big planning month for you in the month of January. Let us see a little bit more details about that. I feel structure, getting organized, but also I feel like you want to factor in more fun. So a lot of you could be booking more playful things to do or to look forward to for the rest of the year. Okay, that's definitely something that's coming through there. Interesting. This is so random. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to give it to you because I feel it, I saw it as well, both here and here, interestingly enough. Firstly, I feel this energy of like, whatever you do this year, you want to face the sun. You want to be positive. You want to, you know, really kind of honor the joy in life and live in the moment. Carpe diem, seize the day. But also, there's an energy of two suns. So either two suns is going to be important, and I'm talking about the big old ball in the sky, sun, okay? So there's literally two sources of light there, okay? So it could be that you spend your time between two places in 2025, both perhaps connected to the sun. For example, if you're retired, it could be that, you know, you are lucky enough to have a base somewhere and then another overseas, and that perhaps you're spending your time to be in a sunny environment. For some of you, it could be that there's two places that would offer an opportunity for you to enjoy yourself in terms of a location. So it could be two vacations this year, for example. I mean, I'm seeing two suns there as well. So it could be that you're launching a business and you've called it the Two Suns, or it could be that your logo is two suns. I'm not really sure. It's almost like no matter where you go, you want to face the sun. So sun is all about joy. It's about personal development, growth. So I feel this is a big year for you to go through that, but it's about you kind of like allowing yourself to be seen more, perhaps. You know, it's about shining a light on things in private, but also shining a light on yourself and allowing yourself to shine and get out there and be more sociable a little bit later on in the year. January feels a little bit more insular for you, but I do see that, you know, you start to become a little bit more community-based or a little bit more sociable as you move through March. So it could be that you're launching businesses or strategizing or just getting back into the flow of the new year. We've got the star energy. Yep. So, you know, a lot of success here. I would say that you're in the spotlight for something, that's for sure. It could be recognition for a job well done or good news, some wish coming true for you, but you may keep it to yourself is what I see. But also this is healing. So I feel a lot of you may even take some time out to really just think about what you really want, what truly makes you happy, aside from money, career, love, all of those things, because of course the measure of happiness is not outside of ourselves, it's inside. So it could be that you're deep in thought, very philosophical, soul searching, what truly makes you happy, what really makes you fulfilled, really, you know, connect to that and your wishes become your reality. I feel it's a big month for inspiration, you know, seeing things clearly about what it is you want. This is a big clarity month for you. I would say if you're going for an interview or taking an opportunity or having a meeting, you are eloquent, you have, you know, the very decisive words to communicate what you need and have your needs met there as well. But also, purifying. It's all about detoxifying, choosing the healthier options in life. So I definitely see that you're on a bit of a health kick at the beginning of the year for you. We've got the Four Swords, withdraw, rest. A lot of you, 2024 was a little bit chaotic. You're exhausted, but you're sort of really determined not to bring that level of exhaustion back with you as you move into 2025. So I feel like you're honoring your alone time. Four of Swords is an indication here that you need to take care of yourself. Okay, so I feel like you are honoring your own needs. This is a card of healing, meditation, recuperation, finding clarity, and, you know, needing quiet space to think. You're praying for something, and something will be delivered for you there. There's a wish coming towards you. And we've got the Two of Cups. Some of you, this is love. But ultimately, I feel even if you're in a high-level commitment and you're with your partner, you may want to be a little bit more independent, just to have a little bit of space, not away from the relationship. You're not separating there. I feel it's more that you want to do some more things alone, perhaps, or you're inspired to go off and do some travel or a course of learning, or you just want to, you know, honor your needs. This card at Grassroots, it means that you're manifesting something because it's a law of attraction card. It means you're attracting something that your heart desires. The universe is making an agreement with you that you have stated, this is what I want. I'm leading with my heart. And the universe says you shall attract it. Okay, so I feel, you know, this is literally a month where two could become one as well. So it could be that you meet a person and you fall in love at the end of January. And, you know, I feel there's an energy here of you kind of really exploring it very deeply as you move through February, March time there. You could make it really official round about, I'd say May and July look like great months to really put a label on a relationship and say, we're together, and kind of like shout out from the rooftops that you are, you know, proud to be with each other, for example, because I feel like you're meeting a person who falls in love with you, but also is really proud to walk by your side. That's coming through there as well. But also for some of you, it could also be that if you're pregnant, this could be that there is some sort of, you know, good news in terms of, you know, baby birthing. So you may actually want to have some time alone after that to just convalesce and recoup your energy. And then, of course, lots of people will come and visit you and see the little one that has arrived there. Now, of course, also this can indicate that if you're currently out of work, for example, and you're looking for a role, some of you, I feel that you may have been thinking of lots of ideas to do something independently, which I feel like you will set up, you will launch, and it will become very successful. But also, you may be interviewing for alternative roles, and I feel one comes in for you that is a bit of a standalone role. Okay, I feel like there's some sort of agreement here. I feel it's something that you're going to love, but also I feel it's the best of both worlds. It's a dream opportunity, but it feels very independent, and I feel you really establish yourself in this, and it brings in the right amount of money that you're hoping for. This is a fair exchange, okay? So if you're looking for work, or if you're putting your resume out there, I see a lot of you, you know, getting an opportunity. Also, I see an energy of partnerships. So if you're currently, you know, working on something, it could be that you form an alliance. You know, for example, if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you are joining like a social media partnership where you join their platform and you can earn money with whatever it is that you have as a product, for example. If you're an artist or a writer, it could be that you get a publisher or, you know, an exhibition deal or, you know, a manager, you know, or a gallery wants to sort of bring you on board. So please apply it to your situation. I feel this could be a month where there's some really good news coming in, and you partner up with things that you've been manifesting and working hard to accomplish by yourself. Now, as we move into February, now this is a card which means, you know, there's still this insular energy. You may feel a little bit more sensitive in February, but not necessarily in a negative way. You know, sometimes when we spend time alone, this can actually amplify any negative emotions. It can make us feel a bit vulnerable or sensitive, or fears come to the surface. But I feel this is about kind of like acknowledging them and moving away from them, because of course number 7 means to move away from obstacles or difficulties. But this card, it says darkness moon. So you could be going through your shadow side a little bit in February, and it can be in order to purify. You know, sometimes we have to really look at the darker side of things in order to amplify and step into the light. But this card, you know, it is number 7, which means you are ambitious. It means that some of you may be protecting your energy, especially at the beginning of the month. You're working on something in secret. You know, you may feel a bit vulnerable to actually release it for when you're ready to reveal whatever it is you're working on. Whether it's yourself, perhaps you've hit the gym and you're being a little bit more physical than usual, or you've implemented some sort of diet, or you know, maybe even a proper sleeping routine. For example, if some of you have had problems sleeping, you know, you could be transforming your career, or maybe you are trying to be a little bit more sociable. You may book something, especially for March. You may be feeling a little bit shy or a little bit nervous to connect to that, but actually I feel like you're going to be welcomed with that energy and really fit in nicely there. For some of you, you know, this card, it can indicate that, you know, there are cycles to everything. There's a season for everything. And you're really recognizing that you're not going to push yourself when you feel the energy is not with you to be ambitious. You know, you're not overextending yourself. Don't get me wrong. I feel like you're working really hard. You could be a little bit exhausted in this month because you have been working hard, focusing on structure, strategizing, creating a plan, implementing those structures. But also I feel there's an energy of protecting your inner peace, and also making sure that you do not extend your energy to people or situations that do not deserve it, okay? As you can see in the darkness there's magic. There's all that spark. It's almost like you are finding your sparkle and reconnecting to a part of yourself because you're really, you know, addressing something head on there. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? Okay, so we have, I almost feel like this is the Hierophant, but no, it's number 7, and it connects to, I'm going to go one more. It connects to the card. It's number 7. So that indicates movement forward, ambition, maybe even, you know, withdrawing in order to harness the energy that you require to transform your life there. You know, the Chariot card, it indicates that you're making progress. There's movement and improvement. There's a lot of exciting energy. I would say, you know, as you move into February, there's some sort of good news that propels you forward. Also, some of you may take a little vacation in February. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of travel there. It could be a quick trip somewhere. You know, I feel there's a bigger trip going on later on in the year there, but the Chariot card, it indicates ambition. It indicates progress in something that you dedicate yourself to. So I would say there's a victory in the month of February, but you may be keeping it to yourself, okay? Sometimes when we get something that's really exciting, like a promotion or a raise or an opportunity that, you know, is really exciting, we keep it to ourselves. We protect ourselves because we don't want anyone to jinx it. We don't want anyone to be negative about it. And we don't know how we feel about it ourselves. We're trying to find our way. So I'm really feeling that Darkness Moon is about protecting your energy so that you can channel the excess energy into your commitments, you know, being confident, being disciplined, and, you know, boldly moving towards success. And, you know, this is also about willpower. So I would say also, some of you, if you've decided to cut something out in January and you're going to maintain that throughout the rest of the year, I feel there could be a little bit of temptation going on in February where you're tempted to, you know, connect to something that perhaps, you know, is nice, but you don't really want to connect to it long term. But I feel like you overcome that temptation and you move forward. I mean, The Chariot card indicates that a lot of you are leaving old cycles behind and you're moving forward. You're focused on your destiny. You are, personally victorious. I see that there's a lot of reward, but also you're going to see actual wins or evidence that what you're doing is making a difference. And the Sun card indicates that you're blossoming. I did mention that in order to look at the shadow self, we have to acknowledge it, because that's when we will discover the light. So I feel there's a lot of positivity, a lot of hope. I feel that you are going through a personal journey of discovery, sitting with self to really acknowledge any positive but also negative emotions and try to understand them on a deeper level. Now, of course, the Sun indicates a breakthrough here, so I'm definitely seeing good news for February. A lot of you, it's some sort of financial victory, okay, or something that perhaps has been ongoing. We've got the Death card. Isn't it interesting? Because we've got 13 there, 7. Pay close attention to your numerical synchronicities. Change is afoot. It's almost like you kick into action in February, like your February is like the beginning of the year for you. Even though, of course, you're strategizing and planning and doing all those things in January, February feels very much like you are hitting the ground running. And of course, it's really interesting that we got the Death card there, because I did mention that I felt strong Hierophant energy. So that's actually the Hierophant in that Death card right there. The Death figure, history of this card is, no one is above the law of nature and the cycle of, life there. But this figure stands up to the Hierophant. So it can be that you're breaking down old structures or traditions. If there's something that you traditionally used to do, but you feel like it's got you stuck or locked into something, you may feel it's time to break through it, smash right through it, transform it. Also, this is a card of breaking all habits and releasing yourself. If you've been feeling stuck in 2024, this is the big change that you've been waiting for. This is literally the beginning. So I feel there's some energy you take with you a little bit from 2024 into 2025 in January, but in February, it's a fresh new start. And I'm quite excited by that. Now, also, there is a figure here that is on a horse and is flying a flag, just like I saw right at the beginning. But I saw galloping, okay? So it's like you are restructuring, rechanging. You are literally like Team Sagittarius, and you're moving towards your goal. You're standing up for what you believe in. You're making changes across the board. And, this card signals something big is ending for you. But that's because new doors are opening, new portals of opportunity. And whatever they are, you're going to step through them, and they are positive. The Chariot card is success. The Sun card is prosperity. It could be, that if you've been in debt with something, for example, you finally pay it off. It could be that you are looking at expiry dates, especially when it comes to subscriptions, or even, perhaps service providers. You find better deals, so there's more money in your pocket. It could be that you want to travel more, so therefore you're getting visas, or you're making sure that your travel documents are in order so that you can actually, travel wherever you want to be. I feel like you're setting yourself free. Okay, so big change happening. And for some of you, there could be some big changes happening in your neighborhood, or in your career, or in your, personal environment or circumstances. And I feel there's an energy of perhaps feeling a little bit vulnerable because change is afoot, but I feel it works out really well for you. There's good news for you. I feel things propel you forward, and, basically, you're on the move, and I feel there is so much success there. Now, of course, as we move into March, this is a bit more of a community vibe. This is you kind of being a little bit more sociable. A lot of you may be thinking as well about emigrating or moving to a different part of the world, because, of course, we've got the World card there. It is number 44, which is a very strong number, but I feel like you're prioritizing your own needs. And, of course, this card, it indicates that something comes to a conclusion. So this could be a project, as I mentioned, or for some of you, if you're in debt or you're doing a repayment plan, it could be that you finally take down that debt. For some of you, it could also be that you basically are in a very productive mode. You are completing your tasks. You're very goal-oriented. You're completely in the flow of making sure things happen for you and are not against you. Also, I feel this is about you being part of something. So if you feel a little bit lone or isolated as you're coming into 2025, I feel that March in particular, you join a group or you meet some people who vibe at your frequency, and you found your people. That's what I'm getting from this card, okay? Now, of course, connection is the biome. So I feel, a lot of you, it's a little message not to spend too much time alone, that you also need to connect to other people. It changes vibrations. You learn from people. Some of you, there's a real energy of traveling to very traditional sites. So it could be that you're historically looking at different locations, or some of you may study or learn information about something that happened in the past there that will inform your today. But I also feel that this is about you, making sure that variety is a spice of life, that you're on top of your goals and you are kind of like seeking the magic in the world. Also, I feel like you're in synergy with your life. You're in the flow and you're aware of your needs, but also the needs of others there as well. Biome can also indicate that you're focused on your own world, your own little bubble, that you are trying to nurture your environment. You're trying to feel like where you feel is home for you. I feel like you're on top of things. You're on top of the world a little bit. In that month, I feel actually it's a powerful month where you see things come together, all the compartments of what you've been working hard to accomplish. And I feel this could be a strong month for any bonuses or increases in finances, because of course it's a very earthy energy, which is all about, tangible assets, money. I feel also for some of you, there could be something that happens in the world that draws your attention, because of course, I feel globally, months to be mindful of are March, April, July, August, and the eclipse season right at the end of the year. These could be hot spots for major activity or increases in conflicts and things like that, especially since Mars starts to go direct. Now, you may be actually feeling the effects of Mars retrograding right up until the end of February there. So it's almost like you're a fire element. Mars connects to your energy as well. So it can be that, you are feeling the effects of like a slow entry level into 2025, even though you're still really busy, but things really pick up pace for you as you start to move forward. We got the Wheel of Fortune and we got the World there as well. So some good luck. I would definitely say that March is a very auspicious month for you. Lots of twists and turns, plot twists, nice surprises going on there, but they are rewarding. The Earth energy tells me, because it's the World card there, there's a victory wreath, so some major success. Something comes to a conclusion and it is successful there for you too. Now, of course, there's travel. So I would say some quick travel going on, but I also see that some of you may plan a larger vacation, or, there's emigration energy here too. So some of you are thinking about changing lanes in life, going to a different country or a different part of the world. But also the World card tells me that you're on top of your goals, your responsibilities, and that things are coming full circle for you. I feel that, you're in the right place at the right time in the month of March to get a lot of good luck. Now, of course, we've also got Wheel of Fortune energy, which means you're turning your life around. And I feel, any kind of calculated risks that you take are going to be very beneficial. I almost feel like some of you have said, I'm going to take more risks this year, more spontaneity. I feel this is when you could change your mind in the month of March. But whatever it is you turn your attention to, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And, I feel, of course, I'm going to clarify this energy, but it could be that you get a surprise bonus or you get a surprise increase. It could also be that you get surprise correspondence from a friend overseas, or suddenly you decide to go and visit someone who is from overseas. But I'm getting a strong energy with this World card energy that, things are working for you and not against you. And I feel like you're in alignment, you're balanced. I feel some of you may plant new roots. It's like a fresh new cycle at the beginning of the year, and you feel lighter. You're completing tasks, responsibilities, you're on top of things. I feel it's a pretty big month. I feel it's also quite a busy month for you as well. Multitasking. The Five of Wands can indicate training, so I did pick up on this energy that some of you may actually start a more group-based kind of course of learning in the month of March. You may be upskilling, or perhaps you are connecting to higher wisdom and knowledge. The Five of Wands, people see it as conflict, but actually the history of this card is these figures are in training. They're trying to assemble what looks like a star in the card there, as you can see, and they're nearly there. It's a bit clumsy, so it can indicate that you're compartmentalizing lots of things in your life, and things are taking shape, and then suddenly they're like out of line again, and then you're getting things back into shape. This figure is just about to put the final kind of wand there to create that pentacle star. So I feel this could be that things are taking shape, things are coming together. Also, the Five of Wands is my gym card, so a lot of you could be a little bit more active this month, a flurry of activity. I feel this is an energy of lots of ideas, brainstorming, and, you know, confronting any obstacles. Basically, this is a card as well where there could be someone who perhaps, you know, gives you a piece of information that you found confusing, that you will get clarity on. But also, you know, this is about honoring differences. So I feel some of you could perhaps, you know, especially if you're meeting a new partner, it can be that they have a different way of doing things, and now you're adjusting to each other in some way. But that Five of Wands, and we've got the Magician card. This is about harnessing your energy. It's about focusing on your vision, your plans, digging a little bit deeper. Page of Swords is some good news coming in. This would be a great month if you were in training for something, that you would get a certification or a qualification to help you move into a different pay grade, for example. You know, this is a perfect time to be in training, because I feel like you'll be seen as someone who actually has all the resources and the talent, the drive to, you know, basically make a difference in the industry. Or it's like if you're a very creative person, I feel there's an energy of you really going to the top there, being noticed for your skill set. But ultimately, with that Page of Swords, pages bring news. So we have the Wheel of Fortune and the World card. Something comes to a very positive conclusion. If you're trying to be accepted by something that you've been like applying for, or you've been trying to get a part of a group, or you've been trying to, you know, complete your training in something, I feel things come to an end. It is a great success, and you get that qualification. It helps open new doors for you, for example. Also, because this is a very earthy energy, a lot of you are focused on your health, okay? I feel like you're making a difference when it comes to your health, and you're going to see more energy. I feel like you're keeping an eye on what or who drains your energy levels and making sure that you're on optimum levels. But also, I feel a wish is being delivered, something you're manifesting, something you've been working hard to accomplish, something that you're diligently paying attention to. You have an incredible mind. So I feel your ideas, especially in March, are going to be very valuable. Whether it's to turn your life around, whether it's you discover something that benefits your health, or whether it is that you are launching, you know, your business, or you're an entrepreneur. A lot of you, you know, you could be wanting to be more independent in all areas of your life. Starting an entrepreneurship, you're going to see major rewards come from you starting something, especially in March. You're going to see a bit of a, you know, a glow up there. So if you are an entrepreneur, or you're someone who has your own business there, it could be that more people see your product. You go global. This is, you know, people watching you. You could go viral during this time, or if you want to be famous, it could be that, you know, you step into the limelight, or, you know, on a more sort of, you know, realistic level, it could be that your reputation is increasing for whatever it is that you do. Also, with the Page of Swords there, it can indicate you hear a little bit of gossip during this month, and that, you know, that Five of Wands energy, it can indicate that, you know, it causes a little bit of a stir. But with that Magician card, I feel like you rise above it. I feel it's not about you. I feel it's about somebody else, but it may actually highlight someone who actually is gossiping. It's almost like if they're saying that about another person behind their back, what are they saying about you when you are absent from their presence? So I feel like you may take a step back from someone during that month there. Now also, the Magician card tells me that you're very talented, you're very gifted. So I feel like you are trying to channel all your energy into reshaping your landscapes, and there's infinite possibilities coming in for you in the month of March in particular. Very auspicious month, lots of good luck for you. And I feel a piece of news that comes in makes you really curious. You do a bit of investigating in this month as well. And I feel like your ideas, they have purpose. And I feel that, you know, there could be new contracts signed in this month as well, especially if you're just getting a new role. Could be there's a probation period. By the time you get to March, you sign like a more secure deal, better money. A lot of you, if you work for a company where they offer bonuses or dividends, I feel like there could be, you know, more money available to you. If you are running your own business, it could be that you have more money available to you that you can access, or that you sort of pay yourself, for example, there too. Now we also have purity ice. So the month of April, this is it's another horse, and it's galloping there. So things are starting to pick up pace. Maybe that's it. It's like you gathering momentum this year. This card, it indicates that you're protected. Some of you may even set up second streams of income to actually make money when you're sleeping, perhaps. A lot of you are focusing on your sleeping patterns, making sure that you go to bed early or rising early, so you could actually be changing the way that you approach your day or restructuring your schedule in some way. For example, if you work night shifts, for some of you it could be that you're making sure you get optimum sleep, but at the same time don't miss out on quality of life with friends and family and things like that. It's number 33. You're getting a lot of numerical synchronicity. You've got 44, 33 here. Pay close attention to whenever you see synchronistic numbers, because it will tell you a story and give you a message of what it is you need to pay attention to throughout the whole of the year. Now this card, as you can see, purity is all about detoxifying, purifying your energy, leading with the best intentions there as well. And of course, this card can indicate that, you are comfortable with the pace, but also you're honoring your alone time and making sure that you recharge your batteries when you need to there as well. Now, of course, this card, it can indicate that the way forward is clear. This card literally means that you are clear in your intentions, you're comfortable in your decisions right now, and you're stripping away anything that is unnecessary. It feels like you're simplifying your life this year, and you're not taking on too much, you're not overwhelming yourself. I feel a lot of you are focusing on pressure, making sure that you do not raise your cortisol levels or feel stressed. I feel like you're trying to approach things in a more calm fashion. 2024 must have been a bit of a, hectic year for you, and I feel like you're just putting the brakes on and slowing the pace. That doesn't mean that you're not accomplishing things. I see a lot of success here. You're still accomplishing great things, but you're not overwhelming yourself with that as well. Now, this card, it also indicates that you're going to benefit in this month, so I'm going to look at that here. But I feel this is about finding solutions. You're going to see progress here as well, better sleeping patterns, and I feel there's an energy of you kind of like revisiting a talent or a skill in this month. Also, I feel you may reunite with some people you haven't seen in a long time in the month of April. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. We've got the Judgment card energy. We've got the Magician card again. So we've also got the Death card. Okay, so the Judgment card is to focus on your sense of purpose. I feel this is about a lifestyle choice that you're making for this year ahead, and you're sticking to it, whatever it is. But also, I feel this is a rebirth of energy. This is a new life that you're aspiring to. In order to do that, you must purge. You must get rid of anything that hinders your path. So this is a big renewal month for you, but I still feel it is a month of change. But I feel it's more in terms of progress. You see evidence of progress. And with the Magician card energy, I feel you are super focused on your path. You are prioritizing your own needs. A lot of cards are indicating that you're ambitious, you're transforming your life, that you are not giving yourself any excuses, and you are literally honoring your time. You're taking accountability and responsibility for your actions. You're owning your truth. So with that, Death card, as you can see, it has a scythe there, which means it can cut out any clouds or in front of that sun. So you're not allowing anything to get in the way of progress this year. And I feel like you're armed with the tools to get what you want out of life. The Magician card is a very potent energy that indicates there's a lot of potential for transformation, for new beginnings, but also for something that is totally in alignment with your path. You're thinking about your fate this year, your sense of purpose, your mission. Even that image right at the beginning indicated that you are really super focused this year on doing more things that bring you joy, more spontaneity. You're listening to your calling, and you're not allowing anyone to get in the way of what it is that you desire. So I would say, getting good rest in the month of April, because I feel there's some big change around you. I feel like you are really listening to your inner wisdom. We've got a Tower energy. It's really interesting. A lot of the signs when I am sort of clarifying the month of April, there's a Tower moment. And again, as I said, the energy in terms of global events it actually reinforces a tower energy. So I would say something big happens in terms of global events, and I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to sort of just let you know, because you've got the ice thing, it means you're removed from it. It means you're removed from the tower energy, so I feel something global could happen in and around sort of the March, April cusp, but also, July, August as well. But the tower is showing up here for you, and it's a major arcana. So that indicates that April is also a big month for restructure. Now, this can indicate that you're breaking free from something that has been dormant for a long time. So whether that's like, feelings that are under the surface, whether it's a temptation, maybe you're liberating yourself out of a lifestyle change where you feel that you've been stuck in a routine, or, things have been in a bit of a habit or repetitive cycle. The tower is not to be feared. That crown chakra gets hit by lightning, and the lightning is epiphanies, so it can be that suddenly you've had an epiphany that something needs to change. You need to restructure your life in some way, and you got to get serious about your plans. So the lightning bolt indicates that higher frequencies are being obtained right now, and you are breaking down anything that is not secure in your life, okay, so that you can rebuild stronger. You're a tower of power, but also the tower can indicate, a need to be isolated or kind of like be by yourself for a little while in order to make these changes. So with that tower energy, I would definitely say here that there's an energy of like perhaps chaos around you, but your dominant card is like, you know what, you're removed from it. You're calm, everything's fine, you're protected, you're directed accordingly. So I feel this is about you remaining that stoical energy, even though the world is a chaotic place. Now, of course, there could be some restructures going on in your neighborhood. If you are trying to get some quiet time, if you work from home, for example, it could be that there's a little bit of noise outside that has a potential to distract you, but you're going to work around that and you're not going to be distracted. For some of you, it could also be that, you hear a piece of news that surprises you. It could also be like a wake-up call in that month where, you need to honor more sleep, or it could be that you have some news that makes you feel that it shocks you or surprises you. So let me just pull one more card on that tower for you. I mean, the Ten of Cups indicates, everything's okay with the family, so that's all good. We've got the Empress energy there, and we've got the King of Wands energy. Okay, so, I mean, this is a couple here. So it could indicate that perhaps you suddenly decide to go and visit your family, for example, or perhaps they reveal some news. Could be friends that are suddenly pregnant that tell you that, surprise, we're pregnant. Could also be that you, my beautiful Sagittarians, if you have the potential to be pregnant with your partner, for example, it could be that there's some surprise news and there's baby on board, for example. This could also be that for some of you, you may hear of a pregnancy. It doesn't have to be that. It could also mean that, you're really happy that your family or friends are kind of like restructuring their life or doing something together that's really exciting there. It feels like a positive change. But if I'm bringing it back to your energy, I mean, this could be you and your partner if you have one. It could be that you suddenly decide to move to a different environment or live your life in a different way. For some of you, if you are single, this could be you and your person kind of saying, you know what, we're really happy. And maybe even like telling people about your relationship, maybe friends and family meeting your person during this month as well. Also, I feel this is more of you getting out into nature. This is springtime. There could be some like wild weather round about then. So we may see some snow in April, for example. It's happened before, so it's not unusual, but that's happening there as well. But if I dissect these energies, this is about you transforming your life. It's about taking charge. It's about lots of energy, breaking through things. It's influencing your life, and you're inspired and aspiring to something really exciting. I feel like this is, your passions coming to the surface, because this is a dormant card. So it can indicate that suddenly you spring forth with that tower energy. You're passionate, you're creative, and you are owning your time. The Empress energy can also indicate that you're nourishing yourself in a different way, that there's so much potential. You could be birthing an idea. You may launch something in this month where people really sit up and notice it. And it's like once you've launched it, you're like, and relax. You know, it could be a flurry of activity here until such time as you launch this. Ten of Cups, it's very positive. There's a lot of success here. This is your commitment to achievements, good fortune, well-being, peace, and serenity. So I feel whatever it is you're paying attention to, you know, these are very good months for you on a personal level. March and April, definitely something to look out for. But could be some shocking news as well. Shocks don't always be negative. I want you to be aware of that. As I said, it could be that your friends reveal something, but also it could be, and you know, there was nothing negative when I was clarifying, so I don't even see a shock bill in and around that time. So yeah, just something to be mindful of. However, there's something in and around a car round about that month, so it could be if you're up for like some sort of vehicle assessment round about that time. It could be that there was something that was perhaps, you know, under the bonnet that either has frozen or run out of energy or something like that. Maybe something to be looked at, but I feel, you know, it'll be up and running in no time. So you may have to like pay out a little bit of excess money there, but whatever you pay out, I feel like, you know, you get it back. So it's just something to be mindful of. Now, as we move into May, we have richness. So a lot of you, you know, you have very abundant cards in March and April. So this could be that you feel happy, you feel that you have everything you need. It can also be that, you know, there's more money. So a lot of you, bonus time or promotions in and around March and April time. I would say, you know, marine life can indicate that, you know, you're in the flow of things. But also this card, it is number 32. So when you reduce it, 3 plus 2, of course, is 5. So this means that, you know, you're focusing on new knowledge, wisdom, that you have overcome some, you know, difficult experiences. There's been some challenges there, but you're ready to kind of like get involved in the community. But also I feel this is about you sort of moving away from anything that has been difficult. I mean, I would also say that there could be like, because I keep coming back to shock pregnancy, you know, if you are not wanting to get pregnant and you have the ability to, I would just say to keep precautions, because there is the potential for, you know, shock fertility kind of energy, because this is a very fertile card. So just watch out, especially on the cusp between April and May there. Now, this card really is about, you know, basically finding solutions to any problems, adapting to new cycles. So there could be something happening in April where you need to adapt or be more flexible. But ultimately, I feel the fact that it's richness, marine life, I feel it's really positive. Okay, this is about you enjoying everything that life has to offer, but also being in the flow. And as you can see there, marine life, I mean, it could be literal. It could be that you're going to a place where you spend time by water. Marine life is all about purity, purifying. So let's go a little bit deeper and see what that card is all about, or what's happening for you. You know, this is about something you've been working really hard to accomplish. It's like seeing evidence of reward. This is about your commitment to prosperity showing up. There's tangible success here, undeniable evidence that what you've been working on pays off. Your dreams are grounded in reality, and now there's reward. This card is a card of harvest time, but also on a personal level, it means that you're focusing on your health. So it could be that, you know, although it's marine life, it could be that you are spending more time, you know, purifying, taking salt baths, magnesium, things like that, being by the water or by the sea. You may even take a day trip if you don't, you know, live nearby water. It could be somewhere, even if you're landlocked, for example, you could like travel to the sea in order to just feel refreshed. But this is about getting into nature. And of course, there's a butterfly right on the Empress's, you know, third eye there. So it could also indicate that you're deepening your intuition. You're transforming your third eye. So that tower can be a sudden awakening. You know, it could be that this sudden, like, personal development and growth has led you to, like, a flash of inspiration, flash of intuition, or even a psychic flash as well of something that you feel is afoot. So you're paying close attention to your hunches. I mean, the Empress energy is very positive. It means that, you know, you're brewing with potential. Again, of course, as I said, this is a pregnancy card as well. So that's very strong around there. So it doesn't have to be you. It could be someone you hear about there as well. But I feel this is about you paying close attention to your health. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you you may notice a cycle of change. So it could be perimenopause, or it could be menopause, for example. I don't like to give that message, but you know, it's there. If you're someone who has not got the potential to go through that cycle of change, it could also be that perhaps you find that there is a vitamin deficiency or something that has been draining your energy, making you feel lethargic, and suddenly you find something that kind of, you know, balances things out and makes you feel back in the room when it comes to your energy. Also, if you are going through a cycle of change, it can be that suddenly you discover like an elixir or, you know, a vitamin or a product that really helps you, or maybe even a practitioner that helps you and gives you really good advice. Someone who, you know, offers a sympathetic ear. If you're going through something in terms of unwellness, throughout your time recently, and you're trying to overcome something, you're trying to manage things, you could actually meet like a practitioner or consultant that suddenly has the answer that you've been seeking, that really helps you kind of feel renewed and rejuvenated. Now we got the Five of Swords. Really interesting. Pretty much every sign, when I come to, you know, the month of May, there's like a Five of Swords. So it could be something is on your mind. And for a lot of you, it's something global. It could be that you're keeping your eye on something. But I just want to pull another card there. You know, the Five of Swords can indicate a little bit of pressure. You know, you're focusing on your projects. I feel like, you know, you're on top of things. The Empress energy tells me there's a lot of success, reward, that you are productive, you're getting things, you know, on target. But also the Five of Swords can indicate that you may come across a person who tries to push your buttons. You're not allowing them to mess with your energy. I feel there's an energy of course, people do things differently, diversity, people, we have to honor each other's differences, be diplomatic, but also exert healthy boundaries to make sure that they do not overstep a mark. So you could have to stand up for something or have a very difficult conversation with someone in the month of May there. The Hierophant. Interesting. So maybe it's something that has played out. It could be someone in your family unit, or it could be someone in your soul tribe that you have to stand up to, or who has this sort of cycle that keeps replaying. Because when I said I felt Hierophant energy and the Death card came out, I mentioned that the Death card, you know, the figure stands up to the Hierophant. And I just said perhaps you have to stand up to someone, you know, who's trying to push your buttons or trying to pressurize you into something. And we got the Hierophant there. So it could be that you have to stand up to this person, because that's an interesting thing that is replayed in your reading. But also, I feel a lot of you could be in the flow of like education. So it could be a very busy time that either you're working and trying to learn something at the same time. Some of you, it could be that you're doing like an apprenticeship, or perhaps you're in the flows of like your dissertations or college, maybe a degree or a master's perhaps that you're doing this year, because I see education a lot for you. I'm seeing like a cap and gown there as well. So it could be that you're graduating, or you're finalizing just before graduation, or you're working towards something like that. But this could be symbolic. It could be that you're graduating to the next stage in life. And when we're about to step up or level up in life, things get a little bit chaotic or hectic. And I feel like you're right on target. It's all good for you, okay? Now, the Five of Swords and the Hierophant, it can indicate that, you may be doing something that you feel is challenging the status quo. So it could be that you want to go off and do something different. You want to diversify, you want to try something alternative in the month of May. And it could be that someone in your family is trying to give their 10 cents and say, is that really for you? Or, what if it doesn't go right? Or I feel like you're listening to their advice, but actually you're taking your own. I feel, you're going to prove them wrong if they are kind of like questioning, but also I feel like they are very supportive. Whoever this person is, there's unconditional love here, okay? Now, also some of you, there may be, I have to honor the fact that this could be that in a marriage, because there is a Hierophant there, you could hear of, trouble in someone's marriage, okay? I don't feel like it's in yours, because there's a community card here. Okay, there's an energy of like outside of yourself or people that you know. So you could hear about that in the month of May. Also, the Hierophant, I feel it's about learning. I feel like you got a lot on your plate. I feel like you're productive. This is a busy month for you. That's more than anything that I feel for you there. And I also feel like you're having faith. that things are working out as planned, because it feels like there's a build-up to something here. You know, the first quarter of your year, it feels like you're on the precipice of change. And then as you move into June, there's a new start, beginnings, okay? And it says here, beginnings east, right? So a portal of opportunities open up for you. So I feel this is about you staircasing. This could be a month where there's a measure of success, where you get a good news, a breakthrough point. It could also be that you are, you know, moving, finding where you feel like is home, but finally you settle in a place. Some of you may literally go on a vacation east during this time, or you are hearing of an opportunity that requires you to travel somewhere. But this card is number 3, which is Empress energy. So everything is tying in with you. It feels like you're in the throes of success, flourishing, doing what is right for you. You know, with the Empress energy as well, it could be that some of you, you're retiring in and around this time, and you may feel a bit anxious. You got a lot on your mind. You're wondering how things are going to go, but you're going to love it. Okay, so this could be you being independent and freeing up your energy and in a new cycle of life where you're like, this is it. I'm really enjoying myself. And if you're retired already, it could be that you actually discover new lands, or you open yourself up to different travel there. This card, you know, it literally means that there's nothing to worry about, that a new dawn is happening. It's breaking you free from the old, and it feels very much like heaviness is released. No anxiety. It's a new way of doing things, and you're being called to speak with a clear voice to the universe about what it is that you want. I mean, this card literally means do not resist change, because the doors are opening up for you. Portals of opportunity. Good luck. I mean, this is the brightest card in your deck so far, so this is a really great month for you there as well. Now, beginnings, you know, this could be you having on like a sort of more localized level. It could be that you're starting something new there, maybe even visiting a new neighborhood, trying to look at new ways of doing things, exploring. This is a very explorative card. It feels that you're curious about where things could lead to, and I feel that they are very exciting indeed. I mean, you have the Judgment card, which is your calling card. You're listening to the call. You could get an important phone call or email, text around about this point, which feels very much like a step up. I also feel with the Magician card, I mean, you're getting the same cards pretty much throughout the whole of the year. So major restructuring year here for you. With that Magician card, I feel like you're in control of it. So if you are breaking down cycles, or you are kind of like shocking people with your decisions, you're in control. The Magician card is in control, okay? And of course, we've got the Hierophant there. So this is about you using your knowledge to transform your life, and we've got the Moon. So for some of you, the Moon, it can be a sensitive time, but you're romancing your life a little bit more. Also, there's a dog and a wolf in this card, which means you're finding the balance between being independent and, you know, being with your family and having responsibilities, having fun and joy and laughter and, you know, going off and doing spontaneous, exciting things, but also responsibility, duty, your tasks. So I feel like you're in the flow, and I feel there's just a new energy about you there as well. Now, this month could also see, in terms of global events, you know, something coming to the surface about a leader. And it could be that either they're stepping down, or there's a change there in some way, and it can indicate there's some uncertainty around about this month in the year. But actually, I feel, again, you are removed from this, whatever this is. I'm just going to pull some cards on you personally. You know, 9 of Cups. So there's some wishes being delivered to you. I feel like you are content in this month. 9 of Cups indicates that you are fulfilling your own needs. You're focusing on your responsibilities, and you're completing things. You know, you have a lot of targets throughout the year, and I feel like you're just knocking things off your list. So you should be really, really proud of yourself. You're taking pride in all your hard work, and, you know, there is a lot of achievement here, and it's like a job well done. So whatever the change is that you're sort of doing, I feel like perhaps it comes to an end right about this time. I feel something's being offered to you. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've got a 4 of Cups there. It's like an energy of either a new opportunity. The universe is kind of gifting you something that is going to be very beneficial. Even though I feel you are focused on money, very important, I feel it's not like 100% your priority. I feel like you just want to feel more fulfilled in life. But also I do see that you will have the potential to increase your wealth, especially in 2 points in the year. One is in March, okay, and the other one is in August. I see extra money coming in your way, new money. For some of you, it could be that, it's connected to this opportunity. This is about your expectations, okay? Some of you, especially in the month of June, it could be you expected something to go a certain way, you were preparing yourself, but actually it goes better than you thought. For some of you, you're going to get some advice, okay, in the month of June. I would say get a second opinion, especially if you kind of intuitively don't agree with the advice. Now, this could be across the board. It could be to do with career, money, health, the community, whatever it is. I feel like you're digging a little bit deeper and getting a second opinion there. And ultimately, you'll get the information that you need. And also, I see some of you using your own knowledge to create something online. So if you are actually, upskilling in some way, I feel like you could put a course of learning online so that people could actually download your course and you have extra money running in the sidelines, because I see a lot of you second streams of income going on there. But also I see a lot of you could be like traveling or being more nomadic in your year ahead, which just really informs you, by fresh energy, historical places, learning more things about the world that you live in, but also you could be like making money on the go for some of you, not all of you, of course, but I'm really getting this sense of, there's a lot of opportunity available to you and you are leveling up, you're making progress. Whatever comes in June, you're going to celebrate this in July. This is a big month for enjoying yourself, being more sociable. I feel like you are honoring your energy this year and saying, okay, I feel like going out and being sociable, or no, I'm going to stay indoors and just, cozy up at home and do things around the home space. But this month, I feel like you're getting out there. It could be a month where, you are going to some sort of music event, for example, a festival, or, you're getting out there with friends. Also, if you think about the Judgment card, it has an angel with a trumpet on it. And of course, this is like a gramophone. So it's like you're really hearing the message. You're listening to your soul song, you're listening to your calling, and there's something to celebrate because I feel there's good news in and around this. Now, this card, it also indicates that you feel freer, lighter with this new start or this new energy that comes in. And of course, it is a card of joy there as well. So it's number 25, another 7 there. When you reduce it, 2 plus 5 is 7. So I feel this is another numerical synchronicity for you, and I feel it's about progress. It's about taking a breath in your life, focusing on, connecting to more music, taking the pressure off. This card, it does say voice, so it can be that you're speaking your truth, even if your voice shakes. You're honoring your authenticity, you are articulating your needs, but also you're speaking up for yourself. I feel there's an energy here as well of building healthier boundaries, speaking plainly to tell your story. Some of you may be writing a book about your experiences, or as I mentioned, you may be putting like a document or course online where other people will benefit. Ultimately, if you've been under a lot of pressure, I feel like you're connecting to music, which will change your vibrations. A lot of good energy about this month where I feel like you're completely in the flow. I mean, some of you may even like voice a book. You may actually do a voiceover, for example, or it could be that you are writing a screenplay, or there's some sort of piece of artwork that gets a lot of attention in this month. Maybe this is about you taking a meeting or having a presentation. People are listening to what you have to say, and I feel this just makes you feel like, you're making a difference. You're making a mark in whatever part of the world that you are trying to establish yourself in. And we have the sun. Yeah, great month for you. Getting out there in the sun, being joyful. This is a great month for you to go to events, is what I see. Some of you, I just feel there's an energy of perhaps travel going on there. I can't really tell, I'll be honest with you. I can't tell if you're traveling in the middle of the year or if you're planning a big vacation for at some point, towards the end of the year. So maybe there's two. Maybe it's again the two suns that keep coming out in your reading. But there's the Sun card again. Things are blossoming. Things feel positive. A lot of success here, but also a lot of brightness, positivity, feeling, hopeful that, things are changing and coming together as they should. And the Sun card also indicates this awakening that you're going throughout the rest of the year. No confusion, just joy, positivity, optimism, and feeling confident in your own skin there too. So there's a lot of gold there as well. So I feel there's this energy of like turning lemons into lemonade. So you may have had the lemons, all the ingredients in 2024, but 2025 is like, it's a year of lemonade. You are flying the flag for Team Sagittarius, and I feel there's a lot of positive cards coming out. Don't get me wrong, there's some towers there, so definitely some plot twists, some surprises along the way, but ultimately, it feels like it's an awakening, an epiphany, realizations, as we go through life, but it's you being adaptable to change there as well. 10 of Cups, still a lot of joy, options, 7 of Cups. I mean, there's a lot of cups coming out in your reading, which means you're all in your emotions, you're feeling sensitive, you're having hunches, you're acting on them, you're in the flow of connecting to what your heart really wants. You're leading with your heart, and everything is falling into place. 7 of Cups, there is a potential, because I am clarifying the month of July there, so it can indicate that, you've got a lot on your plate, a lot to focus on, so you're just in the flow of making sure that you connect to your responsibilities. There could be an energy of feeling a little bit scattered in this month, only because I feel like you're having a lot of fun. You're prioritizing your fun a little bit more, maybe even some more family responsibilities there as well. But I feel it's a peaceful month for you, an accomplished month. I feel, you are taking time to be flexible, but also to focus on your dreams, and you're making them happen. This is a card of pleasure, okay? Some of you, this is about also like securing a home. So if you are trying to purchase a home this year, I definitely see that you are settling in a wonderful place in the middle of the year where you're like, this is where I belong, okay? So I feel that's something that's very exciting too. Now, my guides want me to really focus on this card. So, obviously there's a tower in that cup, and there's victory wreaths in that cup. There are gems and jewels there. Gemstones and jewels. There's also, a little bit of jealousy here. I'm picking up jealousy. So again, maybe a lot of you are keeping your endeavors to yourself because you fear that someone would be jealous and perhaps put a negative spin there. But I actually see that you're going from strength to strength. 7 of Cups indicates you have a lot of options. Some of you may even take stock of what you're doing in the month of July there and be thinking about new things to inform your life, to keep things exciting, because I feel that's something that you want to aspire to. Now, this is a big month for personal development and growth, big health month for you as well. I see swimming here. Some of you are going to be swimming. Maybe that's, you're going to be by water, or maybe you're going to book some classes to learn to swim if you don't know how to. It's interesting. It's an earth element, but I'm seeing swimming there, but I have to honor the image that comes out there. This is a big month for money, savings. So I feel you could put a little bit more than usual away. A large amount of savings there. I feel also you're building upon what you have already, putting money into your pension pot. This is a card of abundance, prosperity, and it says here growth, plants. Now, of course, what number is it? 19. That's the Sun card. So whatever you put your attention to this year, it's going to be very successful. I feel like you're prioritizing your own needs. And of course, this card indicates that, magic is, of course, in everyday things, and you can make something blossom from nothing. And I feel like that's you being self-made. This is you doing all the good stuff and making things happen on your own terms. And whatever it is that started from scratch, which was an idea. Remember, everything starts with a plan. You're formulating and ruminating and strategizing plans. So that's your first card in January. And whatever it is that you've been doing, there's major growth here. You actually see that evidence of things paying off there. Things are developing in really nice ways for you. And I feel this is about solidifying, planting roots. As I said, you're going to move around about the middle of the year there. So it could be that now you plant roots wherever you feel like you are settled. You know, this is your forever home that perhaps some of you are moving into in the middle of the year. But this card, it indicates that whatever it is you've been fighting to accomplish or valiantly moving towards accomplishing there, you're going to see evidence that, you know, it is very lucrative. I would say there's, you know, more money available to you in this month as well. And what else am I getting with that? Some of you, because it is a plants card, some of you may actually, you know, look into holistic ways of healing. Could be plants, could be some of you are creating holistic kind of plants, oils, things like that. That's coming up there. It could also be that, you know, you're finding new pathways to, you know, build upon whatever it is that you've been working on. I'm actually being given a message at the same time, which is distracting. So that's why I'm kind of like wondering what my guys want me to say here. Okay, some of you may also look into your family lineage during this month. This is what I'm being given by my guides. This is about looking at your roots, okay, where you feel like you've come from and where you are now and how you're building the legacy of your family lineage. So I feel like your family, you know, you're going to be very proud of the legacy and the empire that you're building, whatever that is, okay? There's an energy of stability here, of, you know, authenticity, standing your ground and being proud of everything that you are aspiring to, okay? Because I feel like you're very accomplished by this month. Chariot card, success. A lot of love around you. Again, options, choices. The Lover's card indicates you have a choice. You're following your heart. A lot of love around you, unconditional love, ambition, success, you know, dedication, commitment to something that brings victory. You know, you're looking at your energy levels. You know, I also see, you know, travel, quick trips there, maybe into nature. Maybe some of you may, you know, go and visit someone that you really care about there. Also, I feel, you know, there's a lot of love around you. So there's definitely solidifying relationships with your friendships, people that you call your soul tribe, but also with a partner by then as well. I also feel with the Chariot card that some of you may actually purchase a car in and around this date, or maybe even go on a bit of a road trip during this time as well there. Now, let us see what else is going on there on a bit of a deeper level. I mean, the Lover's card also indicates that you're proud of what you're doing. It means that, you know, you're creating the lifestyle that you aspire to. You've made some difficult decisions and, you know, you're sticking to your morals and you're not allowing anyone to get in the way of your progress. I feel like you surround yourself with people that you care about as well. And I definitely see more money there as well for you. Things are looking bright. 3 of Wands, you're on the right path. There's something coming in, like a piece of news or some sort of confirmation coming in that highlights that you're on the right path, that you're making great decisions. There's an abundance of opportunities. It indicates a very creative month for you as well. Of course, it is an accompaniment with achievement, that energy. And I feel, you know, this is about you kind of like thinking about what's next. So you may get to a point where you feel quite settled and then you're like, what's next? Yeah, very organized month. Queen of Swords indicates more strategy, more planning. There is a potential here for you to have a very intense conversation with a feminine energy in your life, someone who basically, they can be very direct, but I feel like you find that conversation refreshing. So I feel there is a really honest, open conversation there that you're going to love, okay? And it could also be that you hear from them, they're coming to visit you, or, you know, there's some sort of overseas kind of energy going on in the July, August months for you, so you could be visited by someone from overseas. But that Queen of Swords, when I apply it to your energy, this is about you having a plan, erecting healthier boundaries, and it's about you being very organized in this month. You have a sense of purpose, your intentions are clear, you understand what you need to do, you're being really honest with yourself, and you've got a plan. So I definitely see that you're planning for the future. It's almost like, what next? Okay, so I would say it's a grounded month, not too busy. I do feel there's a potential there for you to be doing a lot of things, but at the same time, you know, you feel grounded in the energy. Now, as you move into the month of September, we've got North. Okay, so this is about expansion, and it's number 1. So this indicates that you're prioritizing your own needs. You can see that opportunities are opening up to you. You're guided by your inner compass. This is you completely overcome any obstacles that you've experienced throughout 24 or 25. And I feel this is about you being brave and daring, and, you know, the path becomes clear. But also, some of you, there's this energy of like having many purposes. You know, not just one calling. I feel like you may diversify. Remember, it's 2 suns that I feel here. So there's 2 things that you're lending your energy to that are going to bring infinite joy. Now, one could be your family and your relationships, and the other is like your career. Others, it could be like your personal development and your family. Whatever it is you focus on, because of course everyone's different there, I feel there's a level of contentment there too. Now, some of you may travel to a place, as I said, I feel a bigger vacation at the end of the year for you. You may go to a place that you've never been before, and it's actually really exciting. So this is about adventure. It's about taking risks. It's about you kind of like experiencing something new, clearing your mind and saying, what's next? You're giving, you know, some energy to your sense of wonder, curiosity. You know, I actually feel Fool card energy with this, even though this is Magician energy with number 1. I feel Fool card energy, like you're curious, like you're excited. And I feel there's an energy of expanding businesses, expanding opportunities, expanding wealth, you know, really declaring your love for a person as well. You know, I would say in and around this period, some of you could get married from the August into September period. It could be that you're solidifying your relationship, getting married, for example. You know, if you meet a person, a new relationship this year, I would say there's a strong potential for you to have your person propose to you in November, December time. I know it seems like a long time away, but if you're just meeting them at the beginning of the year, I feel at the end of the year, this person could pop the question, is what I see there. And if you've been with your partner long term and you're even married to this person, I feel, you know, you could renew your vows, or your person does something really romantic for you at the end of the year. I mean, they should be sustaining that throughout the whole of the year, but I feel like, you know, you're learning to be in each other's rhythm, and also I feel they are going to surprise you in a positive way there. You know, we've got number 1, so we've got Magician card energy again. So this is you being very empowered this year, being magnetic, attracting opportunity towards you, taking action, focused, you know, a potent message that there's many possibilities for you to be clear thinking, successful, and of course, you know, seeking reward for whatever it is that you're accomplishing. You know, I feel like you're very talented. You're tapping into many different aspects of your talent. We've got the Judgment card energy. You're fully in the flow. And we've got the Hangman. So it could be that, you know, you reward yourself with a trip somewhere because you've done a really great job there. But also I feel that you're manifesting new opportunities. You know, the Judgment card indicates that you're in a period of self-analysis, clear thinking, and you may take a little bit of time off. You know, this could be a month where if you're in a job, you take a few duvet days, or, you know, take like a personal day to actually just poodle around the home. But some of you, I feel it's like a large vacation, or relax. I mean, the Hangman energy indicates relax. You've got this, okay? But also it could be new knowledge during this month as well. You know, I feel like you keep checking in with yourself this year to say, am I still on course? Because I feel something about 2024 got you locked in a cycle of repeat. And I feel like you just want to keep it moving this year. More excitement, more spontaneity. 5 of Wands, you're challenging yourself. It's like you've got to a plateau again by September, and you're seeking new exciting things, new endeavors. And again, something offered to you, okay, that you're going to find is exciting. It challenges you again in a new way. So I'm going to go one more because I want a little bit more information on this. I mean, no matter what cards I actually shuffle for you, the same message is coming out. It's a year of challenging yourself, really stepping up. It's an exciting year, brainstorming, you know, being very creative, traveling, a lot of success. Lover's card, you know, all your manifestations are coming to you. You're making great choices. You're like falling in love with your life again, romancing your life. And, you know, this could also be like some sort of major offering from your partner. I did say that I feel a major kind of like proposal at the end of the year there, but it could be something that your partner starts planning, you know, in the month of September there, and they will actually, you know, actually do the deed at the end of the year. Let's put it that way, okay? But the Lovers card indicates you have to make a choice this month, and it could be something that you wrestle with, but the right decision will come to you. Tap into your higher awareness for that. But I feel right now I'm just getting an energy that, you know, all the things you connect to, you're being blessed. This is a good year for karma for you, because I feel, you know, you've had some challenging times, and this year is a better year than most. Even though in terms of global events, it could be actually a very challenging year, I feel on a personal level for you, this is about exploration, it's about opportunity, and I feel it's for true adventure. This card is literally for true adventure. So you're keeping that adventurous spirit alive. Now, of course, as we move into October, we've got water. Okay, and it says creation. So a very creative month for you, but also I feel this is a detoxifying month as well. So there could be a little bit of excess that went on round about, I would say, yeah, July time, a little bit of excess. I feel like you ground yourself there. I feel you're being very sociable as much as possible, but there could be some sort of festivals or festivities, you know, maybe someone's birthday, or, you know, something that you celebrate during these months and you want to detoxify. But also this card, it indicates you've got to this point in the year and you're unflappable, okay? There's a lot of peace, serenity. You've worked really hard to protect your inner peace and create a life of stability, but also simplicity, where other people's drama and chaos do not touch your inner core. You know, this card is number 29. When you reduce it, of course, that's number 11, soul path number. So it means that you're in the flow of your life, and you know, you've gone deep. So this card also indicates that you're confident. You've stuck true to your emotions. You didn't allow yourself to become stagnant. You know, this is a really great card. If you've got this deck at home, you'll know that this card is you checking in with yourself and saying, yes, I didn't allow myself to get stuck in a rut. I broke free from any patterns. I was more spontaneous. So it's almost like a little check-in here with you. And this card indicates that you are choosing what is vital to your happiness. And, you know, whatever it is that you seek, you shall find, and you're going to treasure it as well. Of course, there's lots of doves there, so it can indicate a measure of peace. And I'm just going to pull some cards on that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Wheel of Fortune. So lucky month for you, but also I feel this is about you looking at where you took some really good calculated risks, and you know, the fortune that came your way. I feel like you're really grateful in this month of everything that's occurred there. But Wheel of Fortune, you know, I would say there's some sporadic moments of good luck and good news there. Okay, let me just see what else is happening here for you. Okay, we also have the World. So it's like you're checking in with your goals and saying, yeah, I did that. I accomplished that. You know, the World card indicates there's still more to come. So I feel you're in the right place. You're there at the right time. The right opportunities have flown towards you. You grab them with both hands. And I feel like you're really proud of yourself. Some of you may also, there's an energy here of perhaps, yeah, it's an energy that's coming through like to hydrate more, okay? You may have an indication of dehydration during this month, and it may affect your eyes, like dry eyes or something like that. Or perhaps, you know, there's something here you may go for, like an eye appointment or something like that, just because I'm being drawn to the eye in this particular card. But also I feel, you know, this is about hydration. That's the main energy I'm getting there. But it could be something like dry eyes, or maybe, you know, if you work in an office, for example, it could be like the aircon units are drying your eyes out, and it's just a measure that you need to drink more water. That's coming out there. Let me see, anything else? Thank you so much for it, guys. Can please guide. Okay, Page of Pentacles, new money, new endeavors, new plans. This is also about investing in yourself. Some of you may actually go to a spa during this time as well, you know, or some sort of spiritual retreat. It's a little bit of maybe a day pampering yourself is what I see there. Pages or good news, something offered to you, something solid, something that you can grab with both hands there. This indicates that you're carefully calculating how you invest in yourself. Also, I feel for some of you, if you're a parent, this could be a period where your child is going off to travel or going off to university or college, for example. It could be a monumental time during that time. But ultimately, this could also be a new money-making idea that comes towards you, new business venture, for example. This is a card that indicates you may spend a little bit of money being a little bit more sociable, but it could be that, perhaps you are going to healthy environment to go out there and have fun. We've got the Two of Pentacles there, and we've got the Ace of Cups. Yeah, something is being offered to you that you're absolutely going to love, and perhaps it's even connected to the month before. It's like the energy kind of blends into one. I feel, as I said, this is strongly indicated that this person that you're with, there's a high level commitment here, especially with the Ace of Cups. It could mean that your person is trying to work out the best time to, pop the question with you in terms of getting engaged. And they may think about it in September, or they buy the ring or something in September, but it's something that I feel that happens November, December time. I would also say Two of Pentacles, you're finding the balance between your plans, working really hard, accomplishing a lot. Things are developing really nicely in unexpected ways, but really nicely all the same. I feel one way or another, your dreams are becoming your reality on the material world, but also you're finding balance between people and situations, honoring your time, being independent, but also being integrated. And the Ace of Cups indicates, there's emotional self-care in this month. It also indicates that you have fallen in love with your life. You've really tried to romance it as much as possible. Also, paying attention to your mental peace as well during this time. And I feel the universe offers you something that you're actually going to love. So it just feels like a good end to the year. Okay, I feel there's an energy of proposals, and not just in terms of like marriage proposals. It could be job opportunities, new departments, new ways of working, new technology in and around this time, because I feel like you're just in the flow. You're commanding your energy. Also, some of you, there's an energy here of really coming to terms with getting older. We're all getting older, wiser, and sometimes we feel, a little bit like nervous about it, worried about it, and I feel this is nothing to worry about. I feel like you are kind of like coming into your own, really loving yourself, falling in love, and kind of like being emotionally secure, but also comfortable in your own skin, nurturing yourself in different ways, and, really healing yourself and loving the fact that you are having the kind of luxury to get older and live life, because some people don't have that luxury. So I feel there's an energy coming through there as well of how grateful you are. And with gratitude comes more things to be grateful for. So you're going to see a lot of good things coming towards you there as well. Okay. Now also I feel strong grandmother in spirit. If you have a grandmother in spirit, this is something that's coming through right now. I feel their presence is going to be strongly around you this month. Let me see if I can get a sign or a symbol for you. Can you show me something? Okay, there's like a... I'm seeing a golden cube. Okay, it's coming out of a ball of light right now. I'm not sure what is being shown to me. On one side, there is like the Maltese cross again. What is that? On the other side, there is a victory wreath. It looks like a golden dice, perhaps, or a cube. It's like a golden cube that has many different faces, but also many different pictures on it. I could only see two as it was spinning. What's that? Wings, angel wings as well. Okay, I'm not being given a very precise image. Maybe it's something that you are already aware of, or maybe it's something you're going to see in this month, but I can't really understand what it is. It's just a golden cube. Maybe it's golden opportunity. Maybe it's something that encompasses everything that you've been trying to work towards. Or maybe it means everything is solidified and coming together. And, this person in spirit is guiding you. So if I get something a little bit more, I will give it to you, but with respect, I'm going to move away from that energy right now, move into November. Okay, November, it's got dark matter on here, mystery. So this could be you discovering something that is unknown, or getting a piece of information that you've searched for throughout the year, and perhaps finally you discover the piece of information you've been looking for. It says mystery, dark matter, and there's a lot of butterflies here which represent change, transformation. So this card, it can indicate that, life is a mystery, and sometimes things happen for a reason, and sometimes they happen for a season. Sometimes we work really hard to accomplish something and we do not make progress, and suddenly we sit back and say, I trust the process, and suddenly everything we wanted gets delivered. And it's like, wow, there is, an energy in the universe that is mysterious. I feel like you're tapping into it. I feel like you're attaching yourself to that vibration of what it is you desire, and things come to you a little bit easier this year. Don't get me wrong. I feel like you're working really hard, okay? I feel like you're very productive and you are making things work on your terms, but ultimately I feel the transformations, they came from within you, and I feel like you put that vibration out there by being super positive, and you're going to see, evidence of everything coming together for you. It is number 38. When you reduce that, of course, that is, my maths is a little bit off. It's 11. Okay. So I feel, again, it's another 11 number. 1111 is a soul path number. You're really connecting to your sense of calling there. And, of course, 38 is an indication that, you are curious. You're trying to discover the spark, the unknown. Some of you may actually spend time with documentaries about the unknown during this time. Maybe even, read a book about things that are outside ourselves, dark matter, things like that outside. Maybe there's going to be some sort of discovery about space or quantum physics during this time as well. Maybe you work in that arena and it's something that's relevant to you. But this card, it indicates that sometimes we don't have to know the details of everything. Sometimes life can just remain a mystery and we just have an experience. Because of course, society has built this kind of world where we are like a human doing all the time. Sometimes we're allowed to be a human being. And I feel like you're trying to find more moments to be present and be that human being rather than human doing. And you are going to see a lot of shifts occur where the mysteries of how it all comes together still cannot be discovered. But you're like, oh, I just thought that. And then it happened. Or I've been wishing for this for a long time, trying really hard, nothing happened. Decided, you know what, I'm going to focus on something else. Suddenly the thing that you wanted shows up. So it can be that there's a lot of serendipity this year that you're contemplating in the month of November. Now, look at that. No matter what kind of shuffle I do, what deck I'm using, you keep getting Wheel of Fortune energy, turning your life around, auspicious good luck, keeping an eye on things, recognizing, of course, there's cycles of change. Wheel of Fortune is always about change, and it's about you being flexible in these changes. You're starting off on a swing. So it's like, okay, what has 2025 got? I'm going to remain flexible. I want to be calm. I just want to be positive. And then you're going to see things around you shift into that mindset. So I really feel there's something about this playful side of you coming out, opportunity. You're turning that life around to work for you. I feel, you are destined for a lot of success this year, but also I feel like you're breaking a pattern to be more optimistic there as well. We got the Justice card. You're getting justice for all the struggles, trials, tribulations that you've been going through. Also this is a measure to remain flexible because, you've got the scales there. I feel this is about you making adjustments in your life where you get the best out of it, because we have to acknowledge that sometimes if we don't change, nothing changes. And I feel like you're really taking ownership of that. And the Justice card, on a more localized level, could be a month where you're focusing on signing contracts, with people or situations. The hidden comes to light during this time, especially if your partner is about to surprise you there. But also I feel for some of you, it could be that you're having faith, blind faith, that the universe has got your back and is supporting you. And maybe it hasn't been like that all the time, but this year is going to be a little bit different. The Justice card indicates you're doing what you feel is right. So, you could be creating structures during this month. It could be that you want to launch a different kind of business and you don't know anything about it, so you're getting information about it, structuring things in a different way, perhaps something that you have connected to for a long time. It's always been a certain way, and suddenly the goalposts are moved. Maybe there's a restructure in some sort of government policy or rules and regulations, and you're adapting to that. You're finding out about it and getting more information on it. Some of you, it could mean that you've been in training to get a job in a legal, environment. It could be that you're getting a job in, like, the services, for example. Or we've got a Tower energy and we've got the Emperor. Now, the Tower, I mean, these are two major arcana cards. So I would say big month, November, in terms of global events, especially since we've got the Emperor, which is all about governmental bodies or structures there. I would say that this could be a person in authority who there's either a scandal around or perhaps makes a shocking move where everyone's like, what's that about? And, I feel like you're being kind of like calm in the chaos. It is eclipse season right about that time, so I did highlight it for something to occur in the world at large. But the Emperor is also an energy of you being stricter with yourself. You've made some changes. You've made sure that you didn't get stuck. You didn't get stuck in a rut. I feel like you are taking ownership of your time. The Emperor energy could also indicate that, you are the calm person in the storm or in the chaos that is around you. With the dark matter mystery, some of you could withdraw from some like conflict during this time. Could be some change in your home space or an argument there that you're just removing yourself from. But ultimately, the Emperor is structure. So it means that you are kind of like creating a plan, you're sticking to it, and no matter what happens around you, you are in a really good position and you are protected. You're also protecting yourself as well, especially in terms of financial endeavors. It could be that there is a change in the economic system around about this time and you've put yourself in a really good position and the chaos does not affect you. I'll have to pull more cards, of course, because you have major arcana cards there. The Emperor is all about success. It's about structure. It's about, for some of you, you could take guidance during this time about something that will benefit you. But the Tower is there. So there could be a shock this month, shocking news or a surprise that comes your way. I feel like you take the news in a very measured way because the Justice card is there. Could be that perhaps, there's some sort of legal energy around you during this month. I would just pay close attention if you are signing contracts in this month because it can indicate that, of course, there's something hidden in, the clause or the contract that you may want to contest during this time. I mean, because I keep getting an energy of people being proposed to around about this time, it could be that your significant other suddenly proposes to you and, the nature of your relationship has changed. This literally just means surprise and change, okay? It doesn't mean like your whole world is like collapsing. It can indicate that you and your partner are taking the plunge. You're diving on into a long-term relationship with each other. So I just want you to be aware of that. 10 of Cups, Queen of Wands energy. So it could be something that you are magnetizing towards you. It could be that, you're having a glow up, you break free from something that has been low energy. 10 of Cups, happy family. So I don't see anything negative in and around your family there. Queen of Wands also indicates that, you are kind of, in a powerful position. It means that you're paying attention. It means that, you are capable of, accomplishing whatever it is you set out to do, and that you're in a position of power. Okay, this is a position of power card. So I would say some of you, like, there's a change that you are in control of, that you're going to benefit from. Could be, launching something new or trying to assess the right time to do something. The Emperor is there as a protector. So I feel you're protected against the Tower, whatever the Tower is, but it could surprise you. And there's two people there, so it could be that a person surprises you and, you don't allow their energy to affect you. I want to see a little bit more about this month for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides and Angels. Can you please guide I'm just using a different deck there. 10 of Swords, something comes to an end. So, I mean, it could be as simple as a product that you always use comes to an end, or there's an infrastructure change. 8 of Swords. And we've got the 5 of Swords. I mean, this is all very cerebral energy. It tells me that perhaps there may even be a conversation that's a little bit difficult to have. Temperance card. Yeah, you get through this, whatever this is. You're in a really good position to move on from this. Interestingly enough, the only card that we have that is not a sword is the Temperance card, which is a Sagittarius card. So it can be someone else's drama, you know, or something ends, perhaps, or you see a person in a new light. You may feel that someone breaches your confidence, or perhaps you're transcending something that occurs which you feel like you cannot go back on. You know, you're moving forward away from it, whatever it is. So I feel it's more of a communication or a discussion, okay, because of the Swords. That 5 of Swords is there, so it could be this person where there's a cycle where you've given them like an opportunity to change, but they haven't, and now you're like, I can't deal with this anymore. You're just distancing yourself completely or cutting them out in some way. 6 of Swords indicates test, that you're moving away from. So for some of you, you may be literally coming to the end of something, and you know, you can't move to the next level unless you go through a test, and then you come to the fore, you're turning one thing into another, and of course you pass the test. So it doesn't have to be something like an argument or anything like that. It can be that you pass a test, you know, and that, you know, you feel challenged, you feel there's a lot on your mind. So you go a little bit off grid in order to focus on this test, for example. And yeah, I feel it's positive, the outcome, whatever it is. Now, as you move into December, we have the heart. So this is life breath. So this is about you taking a breath. Literally, it's been a bit of a chaotic year, but I feel like you've risen to the challenge. A lot of good stuff came your way there. And, you know, it is number 9 when you reduce it, which of course is the Hermit energy. 2 + 7 is 9. So this means withdraw, to relax, to catch your breath, to really honor your heart. I feel like you look back on 2025 like you followed your heart and you did everything with the resources that you've got there. When you get this card, of course, it indicates that you are in a vibration of love, unconditional love. You have attracted things that your heart desired. And, you know, I really feel this is release, like, I got there, I did this, okay? So the end of the year, I feel like there's a lot of unconditional love around you as well, spending time with family or friends or your soul tribe. You know, this is also you focusing on your breath. So some of you may have been, of course, trying out somatic kind of exercises this year to release some very deep emotions. Also, it's, you know, you living a life bold and daring and not having fear get into your energetic frequency to impede your path. So I feel, you know, there is an energy of you kind of like connecting to the heartbeat of the universe. You're completely in the flow this year. Something different about you, the way you approach things. We've got the Moon card and we've got the Lovers card. Okay. I would definitely say that, you know, the Moon card is something hidden coming to light. So definitely like engagement vibes, especially with the Lovers card there. But also this is about you reflecting on the things that you've loved throughout the year. I do feel there's a sense of like camaraderie around you in December, you know, from, of course, December. We move into your birthday season, so I feel this could be some gifts coming your way, people surprising you, but also I feel like you kind of reflect on the choices that you made and that you honored your sense of independence, but also connecting to all the things that were your responsibilities, as well as, of course, connecting to your family and being more integrated in your soul tribe. Because, of course, we've got that dog and that wolf there. Dog, of course, is to be, connected to a companion, or also to do something that feels comfortable. But also the wolf is to come out of your comfort zone and be a little bit more independent, do things on your own. And I feel like you split your time between the two there as well. You may feel a little bit more sensitive. you know, as you move into December, it's a milestone for you. You know, it's about you thinking about your legacy and everything that you've accomplished so far, because of course it's birthday season. So as you take a trip around the globe, as it were, in terms of your age, it's you kind of like looking at who you are, what you stand for, your morals, your belief system there, and really thinking about what else you would like. What else is the missing ingredient from your life there too. So let me just pull some cards. You know, I feel that 2025 is a transformative year for you. You're going to look back in December of 2025 and see how much change has occurred and how much you've loved that change as well. You know, Ten of Swords indicates the end of a year. You're looking at the things that you're cutting out, not taking with you into 2026. You know, you've got the Page of Pentacles there. You gave the year your all. The Ace of Pentacles indicates there's more good stuff to come. The universe is supporting your endeavors, maybe even new money. If some of you were worried about money in, you know, the year of 2025, I feel like there's no reason to. I feel there were new opportunities to increase your money there. You see, we've got the Ten of Swords and we've got the Nine of Swords there as well. So I feel it's the end of worrying about something. You also get better sleep in this month as well. I feel, you know, with the Page of Pentacles, it's like you gave your all. A lot of opportunities came your way. There's still more good news in December for you. I do feel a lot of you, there's a proposal. It doesn't have to be a romantic one, but it could be a deal that comes in. But also the Ace of Pentacles indicates a fresh new start. But also I feel, you know, gifts around you. So it could be a surprise gift. But also I see more opportunities coming in for success. It's like you're starting again the year ahead on a good foot. And I feel a lot of you are secure, both financially, but also in terms of everything that you put your mind to. I feel like there's a sense of pride. You did a good job, you know, and you elevated to a position that you are truly kind of content with. Okay, so that's happening there as well. Now, I would say also the 9 and 10 of Swords that's popped out occasionally for you, it can indicate that you are transforming your mindset, because the swords are all about the mind. It can be that you're challenging the way that you talk to yourself, being more confident in yourself. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Some of you may even like start a business or start a venture that is separate. Okay. I'm just going to go and get some final cards for you, of course. We've got Stone People. Okay, and it says here, everything can change, even someone with a heart of stone. And it says, no feelings, numb, disinterested, and distant. And if you yourself have felt like you were on autopilot in 2024, or if you felt that you or part of you lay dormant for a couple of years in fight or flight mode, I feel this is a year to let it all out, be passionate, be free, adventure, spontaneity. But also it could be a person you've been dealing with that perhaps you finally have a breakthrough with that person. It could be a family member, could be a soul tribe member, could be a boss. You know, I feel like you're chipping away at something and you're reshaping it as well. We've also got partnership that's heavily starred for a lot of you this year. It says someone will have an incredible impact on your success. Power couple, business partnership, alliance, but I also feel romance in and around this card as well. Now we've got roadmap, which I feel like you are heavily sort of thinking of during this period. The whole year, in fact, is you focusing on your plans and having the roadmap and you basically ending up in the destination that you want to be in. Some steps cannot be predicted. Allow life to show you the way. And that's what was coming out in your reading there. Life path, proceed, and, you know, embracing the unknown. So if you've been feeling a little bit lost in the last couple of years, this is about rediscovering yourself. And finally, we've got the bird who has eaten cannot fly with the bird that is hungry. So this can indicate that you are paying attention to who you're hanging around with, for example. There's an ambitious side of yourself, and also there's a comfortable side of yourself. And we must acknowledge that, you know, when we want something, it means we're hungry for it. And if you're spending time with people who already have what they want in life and they don't want to aspire to anything else, it could chip away at your energy. So you may be like removing yourself, being more independent so you can go after something with more tenacity and connect to that sense of ambition. But also it could be the inner battle of you noticing that when you feel comfortable in your situation, because there's a lot of success here, you're dedicating yourself to a lot and you're accomplishing a lot. It's almost like when you get to that sense of comfortability, does boredom set in? And is that something that you're trying to transform to make sure that you continuously move forward and find the balance between feeling comfortable but also being hungry for more things in life, being ambitious? And that can be for travel, excitement, spontaneity, you know? So yeah, I definitely see that's something you could be connecting to. So let me just, they want more cards. So let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. Okay, so I feel that's what you are kind of using as your mantra this year. Let go of anything that perhaps has been negative or not going your way, because there's something better out there. Also, if you're having problems with a person or friendship or relationship, it's like, let them walk. You're doing you this year. You're prioritizing you. Also with opportunities. What is meant for you will never pass you by, and you must honor that in your own energy as well. The healing must be completed before life can transform. As I said, I feel like you're taking something in a little bit with you in 2025 from 2024, but it's in order to heal it, process it, and let it go, and then you set yourself free. Big new beginnings happening there for you in June. Know that you are safe and protected. So that gives you a platform to explore and see that anything is possible there for you as well. And finally, we have, remember, you came here to teach others. So some of you, it's new knowledge to teach, maybe become a teacher. For some of you, you could be training someone. For some of you, it could be that, you know, you're conducting your life accordingly. And the way that you conduct yourself is teaching others about your boundaries, or teaching others on how they can get more value or excitement out of life. Because you're not here to be responsible for other people's happiness. You're here to be responsible for your own. Happiness comes from within. You cannot make someone outside of yourself happy. You can only make yourself happy, and they can join you in that happiness. You know, we can do everything we can for other people, but sometimes people, you know, they always feel like it's never enough. And if you're dealing with anyone in your life that it always feels like it's never enough, I feel like you're setting yourself free to focus more on what makes you happy, discovering that, and you've got your roadmap and you're freewheeling. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Just going to go and get a trinket or a rune for you. Okay, so we have a rune and we have a button there. So we've got balance the scales. So this is adjustments happening this year, but good karma coming your way. This is about you doing what you feel is right. This is also about being flexible. And there could be a lot of contracts like buying houses, perhaps, or cars, things like that that require contracts, maybe even new job opportunities coming here. You know, this is going to be a year of important paperwork. Some of you may be like retiring or like doing a will, for example, looking at your legacy, your estate and things like that. So it could be that. You may also be setting up legal structures, or maybe going into law for some of you, or the services there. So I feel basically this is about keeping your life in balance. And also we have the horse rune. I cannot believe you got that, especially since my first image there was of, you know, a person on a horse leading a load of other horses and, you know, having that flag. You know, this rune is all about progress. It's about future changes, but you moving through them, trusting the process and knowing that you're making a difference, making an impact. And all the changes that are coming towards you are in divine timing. And, you know, I feel it's really exciting. I mean, the fact the horse is there, some of you may actually be horse riding this year, or, you know, perhaps you're going to spend time in nature and horses are going to be drawn towards you. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. Very complex, and of course these readings are longer than usual, but that's because I address the whole year. So compartmentalize it. You don't have to like watch it all at once, of course, but I feel it's a very sort of like broad view of what is happening for your whole year ahead. So I'll leave it there. Now, if you do want to enter a competition to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is think about the world, keep it in your mind's eye, see the globe, and put it in a golden light of healing, because I really feel we'll need it this year. And in the comments box below, all you have to do is put a heart emoji and a world emoji, and I'll enter you into the competition to win a free personal reading, okay? And I'll announce the winner in February. So thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians, and love and light.